DL1 from Legacy Toastmasters and also Bedok Toastmasters. She will be evaluating Chelsea's icebreaker speech, I Want My Me Time. Gillian is a university student and enjoys planning as well as organizing events. She enjoys public speaking to learn from various speakers and enhance her confidence. She likes to network with people from different backgrounds and watch movies. May I invite Gillian to give the evaluation?
When I saw the title, I Want My Me Time, I thought, finally, someone understands me. I was actually ready to grab my blanket, a cup of tea, and join her in the silence. But you decided to give a speech instead. So well done on that. So a wonderful evening to one and all, especially to Chelsea. Let me first start off my evaluation of some of the things that I really loved about your speech. Firstly, she gave a really relatable start where she said it was 10 o'clock in the evening, the children were asleep, and she actually exaggerated Netflix, potato chips, and wine with 2 cups of it. So that itself, many parents will nod and laugh because they experience this every day in their everyday lives. So we all understand where she's coming from. Secondly, she gave a storytelling of the 2 wolves where she said that the Native American tale gives depth and introduces a metaphor for self-care versus burnout. And this actually naturally connects the audience about the choices we make for ourselves too. Thirdly, she actually used humor, like little moments of humor where she said resentment, jealousy, and anyone remembers? Yes, potato chips. Very good. Yeah, very good listening. Active listening. So the way that she hinted at these energy shifts and by rolling out the yoga mat and sweating it out, she actually, by performing out, we are very engaged with her entire speech. And also when she uses humor, I feel more inclined to listen to her. So well done for Chelsea on the humor, the personal examples, and especially on the one on the wolves. It's because it's very well contrasted in this case. So now I shall be moving on to some of the areas that I feel that Chelsea could level up on her speech. Firstly, I felt that she could have used internal dialogues because I realized that most of her speech, she was narrating her experience and there wasn't much internal dialogues. So one internal dialogue that she could use, and it would be in the wrong me time scene where she was on the sofa, wine in hand, scrolling the social media. So she could say, just one more scroll. Oh no, why am I stalking my ex-boss again? Is this is supposed to be my me time? And by having internal dialogues, we are all able to empathize with her that this is happening to her at that particular point in time. And this is the power of internal dialogues. Secondly, she could have some mini actionable tips for the audience. For example, instead of scrolling social media out of habit, do a 1-minute gratitude reflection or drink a cup of tea mindfully. Because when she has specific tips for the audience, we are able to easily apply into our everyday lives as well. So she could, and the third thing is that she could end off with a very practical takeaway. For example, tonight before you fall asleep, think, did I feed my good wolf today? If not, what is one tiny act I can start tomorrow? And this way, it gets the audience thinking, it engages the audience. So overall, Chelsea gave a very engaging, humorous, and authentic speech with just 3 recommendations. We should be able to have a stronger conclusion, to use more vocal variety, and as well as to give specific examples. I believe she would be a rising star on this entire stage. So with this, back to the TMD.
Thank you, Julian, for your evaluation. I forgot to mention that evaluation speeches will be between 2 to 3 minutes. Our next evaluator is Jeffrey Lui, MS5, who will be evaluating Callista's icebreaker speech live at the edge of comfort. Jeffrey has a superpower that he's very proud of. He can make people smile when their pants drop. He's a professional weight loss coach, the founder of Revel Academy of Wellness, helping hundreds of people to get into better shape and health. Without further ado, let me invite Jeffrey.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Oh, I must put this right. Yeah.
Okay, done. Tell you something. What did I learn today? I learned to draw. Tim! After 30 years, I learned to draw. Okay, so my first attempt to visualize my note-taking. I tell you, sweat. Okay, let's start. Callista meant to, she claimed that she's an introvert. She does sound like an introvert. However, I have 3 V's. I have a V for her. First is victory. Don't you think it takes great courage just to stand up here and speak? When the first time standing up here, I feel the jitters. Faustina also, right? Up to now, still like that. Yes, and that's what Toastmasters Club is for people who wants to improve their confidence in public speaking. This is a safe zone. We enjoy our mistakes. We enjoy our fun. We keep learning together. We aim for progress and not perfection, right? So, well done. Victory. That's why I got a V. I draw hopefully it's a recognizable trophy. Okay, and next V. I have a VVW for her. Next V is the vibes. Right. Although this cold icebreaker is the maiden speech. But yet, I get to know her a bit better, and because she gives good vibes. What kind of vibes? Positive vibes and vibes that she relate herself to people, right? Now, I think it's first she shared a very personal story, very relatable, authentic. Do you know that it takes courage just to share what's in it for you? Last time, what's your experiences? When we saw the Excel sheet, we thought, wow. But actually, it's about her job being mundane, right? And then after that, she get into her real self, doing things out of comfort zone, right? And that's where I think her personal stories really relate to us a lot, okay, right? And also next is her presence. First timer, yet she executed some of the basics doing public speaking. She's not staring at the ceiling or looking down on the floor, but eyes scan the whole entire floor. Basically, presence, stage presence. Right? She used gestures. Okay. And lastly, to help her remember her speech, do you know about the 3 S that she used? What kind of S? S for? Summer. And? Yeah. That's my third P, called placeholder. You can call it anchors, but so I got a personal, stories, presence, and placeholder. And she did that, right? And with that, her W, what to improve? You spoke for only 3 minutes, 56 seconds. You have 5 minutes, 4 minutes to 6 minutes, right? Maximize the use of the time. Okay, so I got a little clock here. And, and her voice a bit too flat for all. Yeah, learn from the best practices. You got your undulating tone, your pitches, and yeah, do that. And carry on this momentum. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we look forward to your second speech. Next meeting. Thank you. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for your evaluation. I suddenly thought of another V, velocity, language evaluator. One more V for me. One more V, velocity. Our next evaluator is Kashmira PM1. She will be evaluating Faustina's speech because I said yes. Kashmira is an acceptance coach. She helps you fill the gap between expectations and acceptance with profound transformation, and she uses MAP, Make Anything Possible tools to rewire your super subconscious kind. Without further ado, let me welcome Kashmira to the stage. Was it mine? Last it was mine. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Faustina, when you said yes, and you gave examples, 5 examples. So every time when you said yes, I know and I understand that you took so much courage because you agreed and you accepted the opportunities which came your way and you challenged them. You challenged, and it requires bravery and strength. Yes means stepping out of comfort zone, taking risk, embracing change, and which demands certain level of courage. It led you to new experiences, growth, and all exposes all the uncertainties and vulnerability which requires inner strength. I wished you could have given more examples which many of us would have taken away, because your story is really inspiring. Because to change and say yes in itself is a big challenge, because nobody says yes. Everybody runs away from that. So I wish you could have given more examples, inspiring people so that they can take away, and it could have given a good momentum to your speech. And what I felt is you could have, your speech, you could have interacted more with the audiences by looking into them and giving more examples. So next time, when you come, you can just connect with people around you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashmira. Without further ado, let me invite our final evaluator. He's none other than Lee Jin-Hui, Distinguished Toastmasters, member of Changi Simei Toastmasters Club. He will be evaluating no speech, but I can't. Thank you. Take it away.
No, yes, you can. Yes, you can say no. Now, it was a really good speech, and let's take a look at some of the strengths that you've actually done. First of all, I felt that you've engaged the audience really well. The audience were, there was a lot of audience engagement. I've counted there about at least 6 laughter points. And when you did all these gestures, vocal variety and all, it is very good dramatization. I am against over-dramatization because it's not theater, but when you dramatize appropriately, you energize the audience. And that is evidenced by the fact that they were laughing along with you as you crack your jokes, which landed really well. So if I were to borrow a lift from Tim's book, you help us think less and feel more. And that is a wonderful thing that you've done that helped us become engaged in the topic that we all felt very strongly about. And I must say, if you take away yourself as a speaker and you just look at the speech text alone, it came alive of its own, right? You use very vivid words, and with a prime example, I must say that it's like a match lit in a dark cave. That's when you had your eureka moment, right? Very good example as well. And of course, you have very structured and authentically delivered 3 lessons. As in all good speeches, let's say how we can take it up to the next level, shall we? Number 1, when you shared all the lessons, essentially you were talking about it is about wisdom and not weakness, it's about loving yourself and all. These are all things that we know. But we need to transit, when we do a persuasive speech, from a why and a what to the how. All right, it's all good, but how did you do it? That's one of the key things we need. Number 2, you might want to also share with us your benefits. You have devoted a lot of your time onto the why and the what. But how have you benefited from your decision to say, no, I can't? Now, this is really important to us because we can't just listen to a theoretical example. We need practical results. And this is what typical Singaporeans are all about, right? So appeal to our practical side and give us your results and inspire us to follow your lead. So all in all, I must say that you had fantastic audience engagement. Your speech had a life of its own, clear, structured, You need to move from the what and the why to the how, and then emphasize on the benefits of saying no. So I must say, go forth and give us the right to live life on our own terms, because we can now say, no, we can't. Congratulations.
Thank you all evaluators for your speeches. At this point in time, I would like to invite the timer again to give the timer report for the evaluation.
Okay. So Jillian's timing is 3 minutes 28 seconds past. Jeffrey is 3 minutes 30 seconds past. Kashmira is 1 minute 46 seconds. And Jinghui is 2 minutes 38 seconds. All pass. Good job.
We will now proceed on to the voting for the best evaluator. So please kindly take out your phones and scan the QR code. Has everyone completed their voting for best evaluator? Okay, now is our most exciting segment of our meeting today. It's